Closing in on first pitch this evening from Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Ought to be a good one here between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. Which of these two will prevail? Masahiro Tanaka will be the starter in this one for the Yankees. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, when you talk about starting pitchers, he's one of the most consistent there is in the game. He's got a career ERA in the low 3s. I expect him to throw a good ball game here in this one.
Mookie Betts heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Number 50.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike one.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Hit hard towards center, and that's in there, a base hit. So the leadoff man is on here to get this one underway.
Well, hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. First batter of the game, he's all over this pitch and lines it to center field for a leadoff single to get things started.
Stepping in, Dustin Pedroia. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Tanaka pauses. Here's the first pitch. Here's the first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball one. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Well, Ferg, as he's known amongst baseball people, really does call a good game back there. He might reward a pitcher for a good location every once in a while, but most of his calls, they seem to be spot on.
Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
And this is all about a table setter at the top of the lineup doing his job perfectly. Gets on base to start the ball game. Now he's into second on the stolen base, and they're off to a fast start here early on.
Swung on and missed as Pedroia's retired for the first out. With that, here's a look at John Farrell's Boston Red Sox. How do they go about taking down their rivals, Steve?
Well, how about come out here and just swing for the trees? This is a great hitter's park, and you might need a big showing out of your offense to give them a chance to win. So this is the place to do it.
Coming to the plate now, Xander Bogaerts. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
Normally, when you see a guy steal third base, it's because he got a nice walking lead, really got out there nice and far. But here, he had almost no lead whatsoever when he made his break. Very fortunate to get away with that one.
On the ground to third. Gloved by Headley. And way too much on the throw as it's over the head of Teixeira. And the runner is in to score from third on what was not a good throw at all.
Batting fourth.
Well, he's about 6'3" over there at first base, but I think he would have needed to be about 7'3" to grab that one. That thing was way over his head.
Here comes the DH now, David Ortiz. As Tanaka jumps ahead of him here at strike one.
And that splitter, it's only coming in around 86, but it's really falling through the zone.
One out and a runner on second base. Strike two on the curveball. 0-2.
Tough pitches here, back to back. And now he's not going to give him anything good with a runner at second base.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Popped up. Headley camps under it, and he's got it for route number 2. And with that, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Hanley Ramirez, the hitter now, with a chance to pick up that runner from second with 2 away.
And this could prove to be a huge at-bat in this game because you don't want to let these type of scoring opportunities slip away early.
He's set. Here it comes. Splitter here, and it's taken for strike one. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And the first baseman can't get there. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. A little bouncer. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Backhanded. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Red Sox settle for just the 1. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Boston's out in front, 1-0. David Price will be the starter for the Bo Sox in this contest. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, when you talk about starting pitchers, he's one of the most consistent there is in the game. He's got a career ERA in the low 3s. I expect him to throw a good ball game here in this one.
And there you see Jacoby Ellsbury as he'll lead things off here in the home half of the first.
Leading off for the Yankees, center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
And he lays off there, 1-0. That evens it up, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Betts is there. He's got it 1 away. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, they're already down by 1 after the top of the first, so you've got to get yourself right back into this ball game. Punch back a little bit and see if you can get your crowd back in it.
Now to the plate, Brett Gardner, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. The relay, not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Here's another look at this swing in show motion. Check out the hands getting into good position. Hips start to rotate, and then whack. That's great extension all the way through the ball. That's the perfect swing right there.
Standing in now, Alex Rodriguez, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. And he can't get A-Rod to bite on it. It's 2-0. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase. And after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Turned on down the line. But this will get fouled. 2-1. And now the runner's trying for third. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw not in time, as he just does get in there ahead of the throw.
And let's just train our camera on that runner leading off from second. He's watching that pitcher like a hawk. So once he sees that he's not paying attention to him, he just takes off. And the head-first slide gets him into third just ahead of the throw.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Smoked on the ground left side. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's 1-1.
Got a fastball to his liking. It was middle in, so he was able to turn on it and pull it right through the hole to pick up the RBI.
Here's the first baseman, Mark Teixeira now. Hot shot down the line. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Line drive to left. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
And he knows out there that he's got a pitcher in trouble right now, so he's going to do anything he can do to help him out. And this is a huge boost right here as he dives and makes an outstanding catch.
Here's Carlos Beltran, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. A runner on first with 2 away. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. 0-2 delivery. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. More from Yankee Stadium in just a moment. Pablo Sandoval makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Pablo Sandoval.
And that's in there for strike one. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
Well, that's a huge difference between being 0-2 and 1-1 as a hitter, especially against a guy like this on the mound. So that's a good job to hold up on that pitch.
And that's high and off the plate. 2-1. Right on the corner. 2-2. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Ball three. 3-2 now. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Beltran. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Right fielder,
Rusney Castillo stands in for the first time. And a high strike there. 0-1.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Bases are empty. One man out. Oh, 1 pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Into the box now, Blake Swihart. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough way to fall behind.
Tanaka into his motion. Here it is on 1-0. Oh, tough to catch up when it's moving like that. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Headley is there for it. And the inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. On now to the bottom of the second, all tied at 1-1. Brian McCann will dig in now. The American League's Silver Slugger behind the plate a year ago.
Brian McCann.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Right side and right into the shift. Throw by Pedroia will be in time, and there's your first out. And with a quick breather here, take a look at the Red Sox on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Yeah, Matty, Dustin Pedroia, for me, one of the best second basemen in all of baseball. Real grinder. Won multiple Gold Glove awards. One of the best hitting second basemen as well. He's a perennial all-star. Just one of the best all-around players in the game.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And that'll bring in the dangerous switch hitter Chase Headley. This is line to left. Bradley is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Here's Starlin Castro. As he'll take a look at ball one. And that's too high, ball two. Two out, nobody on. Here's a ball lined into left center, and that's over the head of Bogarts at short for a base hit.
Didn't have a whole lot of choice there on 2-0. He had to go after him. But when you leave that ball out over the plate, this can be the result. And that's what being patient and waiting for your pitch will get you.
That's with a man at first and two away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. One left for the Yankees. We've played 2 full innings, and we are tied 1-1. Jackie Bradley Jr. steps in here to start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base, and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
Tanaka gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Yeah, and even though that's a tough one to get on top of, I think he'd say he got away with one right there. That's in too good a location when the matchup's not in your favor.
The windup and the 0-1. And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Gardner's after it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, it took him a few batters to get it going in the first, but after that first inning run, he's come back to retire the next 6 in a row.
Mookie Betts will stand in. He singled to lead off the ball game and later came around to score the game's first run.
And it was a nice at-bat, too, Matty. He looked really, really comfortable up there.
First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Just missing here, 2-0.
Yeah, a little unlucky here to be behind 2-0. Those first couple of pitches haven't missed by a whole lot.
1 out, nobody on. Grounded to third. Headley's got it. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Boy, and on 2-0, if that pitch isn't right where you want it, you've got to let it go. You still have the count in your favor at 2-1. Here he goes after a pitch that, although it was a strike, that's a pitcher's strike. That's not the pitch you want to hit. And all he can do is hit an easy grounder.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
He's getting a lot of outs right now because he's attacking the hitter. He's not dancing around the zone.
Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1-2?
The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Home half of the third coming up, tied at 1. Jacoby Ellsbury will try it again. He flied out to start the home first.
Center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Nope.
Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. To first. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
The left fielder, number 11, Brett Gardner.
Brett Gardner strides in here. He scored a run after doubling to get on base in his first at-bat.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
First offering on its way. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. a tailing fastball for a strike, 1-1. Line towards center field, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
Stepping in now, Alex Rodriguez. Pitch out, nothing doing. Set and the 1-0 pitch, and he can't get A-Rod to bite on it. It's 2-0.
Now after that first pitch out, another ball here really puts you in the hole against a dangerous hitter.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and this one's over at the knees. 2-1.
Pretty gutsy pitch there. 2-0 changeup for a strike.
Set and the 2-1 pitch, and he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line, and this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Maybe a pitch here that he's trying to do a little too much with.
First with 2 away, and here's the dangerous Mark Teixeira. First pitch coming, here it is. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Maybe a spot to pitch out on 0-1.
Well, I think he wants to go, no doubt. Might not be too bad an idea.
A 1 pitch on its way. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Strike 3, and the potential go-ahead run left on base. Yanks leave 1. Through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Xander Bogaerts will dig in now, the winner of the American League's Silver Slugger Award for shortstop a season ago. Bounced slowly back toward the mound. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
Here comes the DH now, David Ortiz. As Tanaka jumps ahead of him here at strike 1. One run, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Tapped out in front of home. McCann going to have to hurry on to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
Now batting, first baseman, Hanley Ramirez.
Hanley Ramirez stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Tanaka's ready. First pitch on its way. He was fighting that swing the whole way, but he went around. It's no balls and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Tap fouled at home plate. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Teixeira will range over to make the catch just beyond the first base dugout, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. On to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Carlos Beltran to start things off here for the Pinstripers. He'll be followed by Brian McCann waiting in the on-deck circle. Back to work now is Price as he gets ahead to start the inning. It's strike 1. Here it comes. And he falls behind 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. Shot fouled over towards the coaching box. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And this is popped high in the air back behind short. Bogarts onto the grass, 1 down.
Well, we could hear him all the way up here in the booth. Just a big old... Oh! Well, that's what pop-ups will make you do.
Into the box, Brian McCann. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. Lifted the other way to left center. Bradley on the run. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Up next for the Yankees, third baseman, Chase Headley.
So 2 are gone now in the Yankee half of the 4th, and standing in is the third baseman, Chase Headley. First pitch on its way. And that misses inside, 1-0. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Calling for it, Castillo, and that retires the side. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Fifth inning coming up, tied at 1. Pablo Sandoval will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
Tanaka sets his sights. Here comes the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
He's just cruising out there now. I'll tell you, this may turn into a game of first team to 2 wins.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is bat control at its finest right there.
In now, Rusney Castillo. Hit in the air to center field. Ellsbury is under it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Whoa, and as a pitcher, you'll hold your breath anytime a ball's hit in the air at this place. But luckily, he got under this ball a little bit too much, and that runner has to retreat back to first base.
Digging in now, Blake Swihart, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, he's just flat out a better hitter from the left side. He's a switch hitter, but it's no secret this is his favorite side to hit from.
Here's the first pitch to him. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. 1 there. And now after that call at second, here comes the skipper out of the third base dugout as he apparently doesn't agree with the call. I believe the second base umpire is going to tell him that the drop before he returns to the dugout. Jackie Bradley Jr. is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. All away here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy. Get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
The 2-1 on its way. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
3-1, here it is. And the count will be full. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Red Sox leave one. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Starlin Castro comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Second baseman, Starlin Castro.
And this pitch is right down the middle, strike 1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
1 strike.
Hit hard down the line toward the coaching box. It's a foul ball. Line hard into left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Didi Gregorius stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. And he takes ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Tries to dump this one out to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Yeah, 1-out base runner for him right here, and that's something they hadn't had for a little while. And that's going to break a streak of 6 in a row that he had retired prior to this base hit.
Jacoby Ellsbury will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch here misses wide. 1-0.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Hit hard on the ground to second. There's one. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back to Yankee Stadium after this. Mookie Betts makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning play. He makes good contact and he can run.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he looks at a slider in there, 1-1.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the 2nd inning.
And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
You worry a little about things snowballing from here?
Well, you know, these are two teams that don't traditionally care for each other too much, so we've seen this go south before.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Another guy retired there. You see his pitching line to this point. It's phenomenal. Just 2 hits. Both of them are singles. And he's hardly even been in trouble. Thorough domination so far.
1 away, and here's the 2008 AL MVP, Dustin Pedroia. In tight with the curveball, backed up on him a little there, and it's ball 1.
Trying to go front door with that breaking ball, started it a little too far inside, though.
Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
What a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Very weakly on the ground, but it gets fouled. Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1 and 2. Ready on 1 and 2. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Xander Bogaerts stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher, but the hitter.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
All right, now you've just seen two straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. A ball and two strikes to count now with the bases empty and two away.
Yeah, and it seems like you kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and two gone here in the inning. Skied into very shallow right. Beltran has it in his tracks, and that's the third out. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Score remains tied 1-1. Brett Gardner will step in to kick off the inning with Alex Rodriguez waiting on deck for the Yankees.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Price into his motion. Here it comes. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Ramirez is up with it, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Designated hitter, Alex Rodriguez.
Alex Rodriguez will stand in. He singled and popped out in his first 2 at-bats. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Hot shot on the ground is short. On to first, and the price is right here, 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman, Mark Teixeira.
2 away now in the Yankees' 6th, and here's the dangerous Mark Teixeira. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. Well, it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Back here in the Bronx. All square at 1 as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. David Ortiz will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get two starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
Dylan Betances is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Dylan Betances.
David Ortiz will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the one run. That's it.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Betances set. 1-0 on its way. Swung on and hit deep to left center. Gardner going back. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
Yeah, and that moves the go-ahead run into second base here to start their half of the 7th inning. I'll tell you, you're not going to get many better opportunities than this to scratch out a lead here this late in the game. So this is one that they're going to need to take advantage of.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner.
And this is a big spot here in this ball game. You've got to be able to move that guy up 90 feet. It's a must in this situation.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Gardner is there, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Fly ball to left's not going to do you any good in this situation. Look, you got a guy on second and nobody out. If you take this to right field and advance a runner, then at least you've made a productive out. Instead, this is just a waste.
Pablo Sandoval digs in, looking to send something into the outfield that gives that go-ahead run a chance to score from second.
Well, no complaints on this end, guys. You've got to love any game that's this tight, this late.
And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. chop foul over towards the dugout. This one's down to third. Throw on to first is in time to get Sandoval, and there are 2 gone now.
There's nothing easy about this play right here. It's a high chopper, so he knows he's going to have to field his throw pretty much all in one motion, and he does so here to get his man. That's a nice play.
Into the box, Rusney Castillo. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Big swing at the knuckle curve, gets nothing but air. 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3, and the inning is over. We'll see Carlos Beltran lead it off when we get back. 7th inning stretch time now here in the Bronx, all tied at 1-1. There is Carlos Beltran. He'll be the one to lead it off against David Price here in the inning.
Carlos Beltran.
And now the Red Sox will get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. First delivery to him on the way. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he's still got that good movement on the 2-seamer. He's been throwing it well all night long.
Down the third baseline. There's Sandoval. 1 away.
You know, he's only got 2 strikeouts in the game so far, but he's really done a nice job of keeping guys off balance, and that's been the big key for him.
Brian McCann will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. In the air toward deep right field. Castillo going back. A solo home run for Brian McCann. And with 1 swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Well, you had the sense early on that this one was destined to go down to the wire, and sure enough, these guys are going to pull this one out here in walk-off fashion.
Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Yankees come out on top 2-1. Good night from the Bronx.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Yankees. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. For the Red Sox, 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. The winning pitcher is Dylan Betances. The loss goes to David Price. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 36 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Yankee Stadium, 53,325. The Yankees and Red Sox thank you for your patronage and remind you to buckle up and have a great evening.